Shit, that was pretty
shit
heavy.
Shit got real, man. Shit got real.
Well,
They did a really good job.
that's some pretty big moves to pull.
Didn't think there was gonna be another villain outside of the Dreams girl.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect.
A guy, I'm sorry.
Yeah, a guy. I'll be real. I didn't expect a lot of this. I didn't expect them to go like. I feel like we got like an extra credit or like extra scene or
turn down.
Who's Ramona? Or like an extra scene or something at the end of it. I really thought they were about to like cut it right there when they were about to meet up, and that was it. That was the movie was gonna done. It was gonna be the next season or something like that. But they went the full out with it, just completely.
There were several times I thought he was gonna die. Rengoku was gonna die, and then I was like, no, he's gonna live. And they're gonna kill the other demon. He got literally like a centimeter more, and his head would have been off.
It's pretty bold
so
moves, man.
close.
Because you see his character design, you're like, okay, yeah, he's gonna be here for a little bit.
Yeah, you feel like he's gonna be there.
Yeah,
for a
and like
second.
he has such a likable personality. You know what I mean? Like always looking straight and smiling. That's what life is all about.
It seemed like he was one of the best Hashiras. Like,
Yeah.
The strong have a role in this world to play, and if you're strong, you should be protecting the weak.
Yeah, it's just like that mindset that he grew up with. That's like, you know, it shows how good your environment makes you who you are.
Mm-hmm.
But like him growing up with that mindset, man, it made him the way he is, bro. Like this is insane. It's like, damn. And I really so his dad was the other Hashira,
Yeah.
or like
he was
someone,
the preceding.
He stepped down.
yeah. I don't know what he did that
some
made him step
reason.
down. Maybe his mom died. He couldn't deal with it or some shit like that.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, his wife. You mean yeah.
So basically, he has a bunch of lore or hidden stuff about like the other Flame Hashiras that fam didn't read. You know what I mean? Now it's just gonna go on to the second one. I mean,
He might know something about the Hinokami or whatever.
Hinokami
dance.
Kagura.
Dance, yeah.
That shit is just wild, bro.
I liked the Mugen train. I just feel like it went off track at one point.
This was like super creative. I didn't realize like Pat was right. Like the monster became the train.
literally had to cut the
That
neck.
was Mickey.
Yeah,
That was
I don't
Mickey.
know.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
That was just insane. This was just so good, creative, action-packed, animated well, emotional. Like the dream thing was really creative for him to like go back and see his like family again. Like
yeah.
that was just like really fucking with his mental, emotional like state.
Jeez,
It-
Louise. I'm just like I don't know what to say. man.
I'm just kind of like soaking it in.
Yeah,
still.
there's just a lot. Like
There was a
there
lot.
wasn't just one good scene. It's like every one of their scenes that they made, like they just went balls to the walls with us. Like how much more creative can we get with this scene right here?
Right.
Like it started with the solid, like the whole threat started with a solid backstory for each of them, some comedy in their dreams, like where they were being held. We got to be reminded of why Chandra started this whole journey, and you know they did it in a way that didn't feel like they were being too explaining to remind us of what happened in the series.
Yeah.
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 Explain the elements again,
did a
and
good-
then like seemingly the climax happened with the big train fight, and they cut her head off. And then she's like, "No, I am the chain." And they do that. Everyone's working together. Nezuko, Tanjiro, Inosuke, and Zenitsu.
Dude, Zenitsu was so cool.
Yeah,
And the
he
moment he
was.
found out like Nezuko was in trouble,
He was still
yeah,
asleep.
he did
but
one
that's what
cool
he does
thing.
best. He's like fights in his sleep.
So like yeah, true. That you're right. That he does. So like okay, first off, just I love how this whole thing first off started because you come in, you first thing it's like you think there's already 2 demons on there. They're already done. It was a good little trap that they did. And then they just slowly brought in the rest of everything that was happening. Like from the dreams to everything. They just like brought it in so damn well. I love the way they did the whole Inception thing. I love, dude, they were very tactical with it. Just the fact that they were like, yo, so like if it's a human, you know what I mean? Going ahead and like tying them up, they're never gonna figure this out.
Yeah.
Like it was
Yeah.
put him to sleep.
I can't have Tanjiro like figured out like the suicide thing and almost killed himself in real life.
Yeah.
That freaked
Yeah.
That, bro, what
That
a
was
smart
great.
move, though.
That was, dude. First, man, I loved seeing the insides of everybody. That was just
Yeah.
really, really well done. Fucking Inosuke, heart. He just wants Nezuko.
I mean, they all like kind of like.
Sorry.
No, it's alright.
We didn't even see Inosuke's insides.
Yeah, we did.
Huh?
He was the cave
Oh
explorer.
no, like when you cut over to his spiritual core.
Oh yeah, she couldn't find it.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that means he didn't have one.
Oh.
I mean,
Maybe.
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And then, man, dude, Tanjiro is so good, bro. His whole thing was just, you know, it was just they led him to it. He had little sprites, he had little beings, little flame things that were like, hey, man, we'll show you where it's at.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to go destroy it, you can.
Like Zenitsu's, like each of their dreams kind of showed us something about themselves. Tanjiro
Personalities,
is
bro,
very
I love
serene and peaceful. He's like as peaceful as you could possibly be, and his little souls were floating around. Obviously, his bloodline is very important and unique. His dad had the earrings. Maybe that's
Yeah.
why. What's his name? Muzan is
Muzan.
afraid. And that's why that's why Nezuko can control being a demon. I'm assuming as well.
I think so. Yeah.
So it's something to do with both of them. But yeah, Zenitsu obviously always wants to be that hero who's saving the girl.
Yeah.
He's in love with Nezuko. And then Inosuke's dream, I don't know, I guess it just shows that he's just a beast, man. He just wants to always be the hunter and the alpha male.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's his thing that makes him tick.
I love his character arc. I just love that he's growing with emotion. He's like becoming more of
Crying and shit.
Yeah, he's becoming more of a friend. He's like
more human.
Yeah, he's like bro, that scene, that bond that they had between that fight between what was it oh my gosh, Tanjiro and it was Inosuke, and they were just going at it with the head of that thing.
Oh yeah, that
The
was so
teamwork
cool.
that they had, he straight up looked over at Inosuke, Inosuke, get to my breathing level. Like,
Yeah.
I love that. I love when they work together and they're just like, we need to play off of each other to get this thing done. And they did a very good job of that.
Man.
Pat, what do you think?
It was really good. For someone who hasn't seen the final 2 episodes, I feel like this movie did a good job of like letting new people still be easily involved in the whole new world and still follow along. So they did a really good job of getting new people in.
It was very, very, very nicely done.
Super done, dude. It was super well done.
Yeah.
I don't like what they're like to say. I'm still like soaking everything in. It was
I
so
know.
good. I was like
So-
on the edge of my seat the whole time.
Yes, yeah.
Like there was no like slow moments.
One of the other parts I really enjoyed in this episode was just seeing their desires and their dreams. Like, they did a very good, vivid job of just like showing, like, just soaking them in. Even Rengoku's the only way Rengoku got out of that is just that he was just a badass Hashira. Like, it's just he has an instinctual thing to just be like, no, fuck this. But seeing the dream and just seeing that, like, how important, you know, his family was to him, or like the way he talked to his brother was phenomenal. It was such a good way of introducing him.
I like how the book ended his story. Like, the movie started out with him talking about like humans, like we would like no matter what, like we don't back down, and like that's how he went out.
And
So-
like just playing the comedic thing of like, what are you looking at?
Yeah.
And just like, but that and then they played
Delicious.
it back at the end. It was just like, just grit your teeth, always look forward. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, so like they even called back what was a comedic little scene
Right.
and
So
made it gave it a whole new meaning, recontextualized.
Right. Yeah.
Man, that his dream was cool. Freaking,
and like Tanjiro being like his old self, like oh my god.
and he had sorry.
Yeah. I like how his subconscious woke him up in the water. He's like, wake up.
If you really, the water reflection.
So-
looked
Yeah, that
really
was
good.
I loved all that. It was like how
Yeah.
they did all
The
that
art style. There was a few like
abstractness.
really good camera follow through shots where they were just jumping and
Yeah.
flying. It was
super
I
creative.
love how they
man.
do with the camera. I also
They're really good.
So like, you know when Tanjiro, I think him was like, you have to slice something. What was that? Was that like his dad? Was that him? Like, what was that?
Slice himself.
yeah.
I couldn't. I
When
don't
was
know,
like, that's
man.
when he
His
could
dad told him to.
I mean, was it his dad?
Slice himself.
Was it his dad?
That was his dad. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
He
That
wears a
shit-
yellow orange like checkered thing.
That shit is, man, y'all just doing it with that one, man. Nezuko came out, helped out. I really like the way that her and Zenitsu just like tag teamed that whole entire situation.
Yeah.
Sick as hell.
I just need like seeing a demon save all these humans. I feel like we never seen Nezuko go that outright.
Oh yeah.
Like on the side of good.
Oh, dude, I
She's,
love.
she's amazing.
They got the seal of approval from Rengoku.
Rengoku,
So
man, that was my favorite.
I hope the crow relayed that to the rest of them.
I don't know. I don't know.
Like, I just like.
I don't know.
I don't know.
And-
That's
then-
more of a.
Yo, big ups to all the voice actors because I'm trying to figure out how their voice is not coarse after like. Doing
Oh, it
these
is,
scenes.
bro.
Like-
They can probably only do like one scene a week or
Oh
something.
my
Like,
gosh! Like Inosuke and fucking what do you call it, Tanjiro at the end, like just scream, like calling him a fucking coward. Just
Yeah, I love that. I'm glad Tanjiro went off on that demon because, like, I know that they can't survive in the daylight, so obviously he had to retreat. But it is also like, fuck you, you piece of shit. Like, I dare you to come out here. You're trying to make fun of us. 'Cause we can't regemnerate our fucking limbs limitless, and we still fuck you up and made you run away with your tail between your legs.
yeah.
Oh, he was a coward, but like he had to save himself.
That was the top 3. I would have thought they would have sent like the 6 because like they're ranked in terms of their power. So, so he sent top 3.
He wanted one
like,
of the top
they fuck with number 5.
But they did say Rengoku was like a chosen one, and they wanted to become a demon and stuff. Like
I guess a Hashira could go like either way. You know, like if you're good enough to be a Hashira, then you're probably good enough to be a Kizuki.
yeah.
No, so like
Kizuki is
The ranked demons.
Yeah.
The 12 Kizuki.
Yeah, he was straight up like he wanted to fight him
Damn it.
forever,
Explain
man.
it
That
to me
was
already.
nuts. So another part that I really enjoyed and like it was just I can feel it in his voice, man, was just like the defeatness of Tanjiro going, I learned something and then something better comes up. It's like how do I even get there? Like what the fuck?
I could relate with that.
Seriously.
you learn something and then what?
Like it's something big comes up and I can't get there. It's like seeing how defeated that they were at the end of that fight, because like Rengoku gave it his all, bro, and they thought Rengoku was the shit, and he had
He's one of the better Hashiras.
he had so much trouble with that one effing demon, dude. Like he's the lower third, so obviously there's 2 above him. You know what I mean? To sit as Tanjiro and just thinking he's done a lot as he is, he's probably just like, how the fuck can I get to that
The
point,
Hashiras
dude?
feel like the Patriots losing Tom Brady right now. Like they're just like, fuck.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly,
what are
dude.
we-
You know, like
what are we
for
gonna
real.
do?
Like, what are we gonna fucking do? So it's like they're both defeated, bro, and they're both like, you know, he's probably like, how do I even get to that point?
Yeah, no,
gotta keep
I can
pushing
I
it.
can totally relate to that, man. It's like with anything you've ever done in life, like, you know, you get into it and then you find like you're good at it, and then you try to find other people that are doing the same thing and they're way better at it, and you're like, well,
Fuck.
man, god damn it.
Shit, looks like I gotta start seeing what they're, you know what I mean?
Then you either like continue or you're just like, well, fuck.
or you learn from them. That's the way I think you should do it. You should learn from them and try to, you know, make your own moves.
Very relatable.
I mean, Tanjiro's case, he wanted like every time he makes one stride forward, it's 2 steps back because he's watching people die constantly.
Yes. Yeah, man.
Man, I
like
cannot
that
believe he was like, go save the train conductor. He's gonna be a murderer. I'm like, what?
He's like, I don't. He's like, I
Oh,
can't.
yeah.
He's like, I can't die because he'll be a
A
murderer.
I'm like, get the fuck
Dude,
out
how
of
do you
here.
like?
Pluck his hair.
That's a little annoyingly too good, though. I'm gonna say it. It's like, all right, come on, bro.
Dude went on with an ice pick though.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. Tanjiro is like annoyingly good sometimes. Like, he's like, come on.
That's why I did think it was Inosuke, like funny. He
You
like
are
paused
too
and
good.
was like, "Fuck that guy."
Yeah. But that's Tanjiro. He's just a little beam
He's
of
a
light.
good guy, Tanjiro, man. You
Just,
saw the inner workings of him, bro. That one guy who had what was it? He had what it was, tuberculosis. Was like, bro, that's all I needed to see. I just needed to see your insides.
Yeah.
Your insides made me feel so effing good that it's fine. I can
cured
die.
me.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
it's like, wow, this sort of goodness exists in the world. All right, fuck, what am I doing with my life?
Good guy, Tanjiro.
Even though the dude got tuberculosis, so.
That was
terrible.
pretty crazy. Man.
Like you said, Mickey, this they definitely illustrated how powerful the upper demons are, and they did it in a realistic way. They fended him off in a realistic way. Because if Tanjiro was able to do it on his own, I'd have been like, all right, they ain't shit then.
I wonder how
But
much
a whole ass Hashira
Yeah.
had to die to just get him to
Injured.
Fend
retreat.
him off. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how like much training Tanjiro's gonna have to do. The other Hashirimas,
Years.
Hashiras.
to get together to kill
Senju
him.
Hashirama. Is
I think years will pass because just in his training arc, like for him to just meet the fucking demon corp, it was like over 2 years. Like, so I that's one thing I miss about the show is like what I'm excited for season 2 is like they don't mess around. Like they'll straight up be like 6 months later. Like, you know, it's like
Yeah.
so I
Thank
feel
God,
like
sometimes.
I feel like it's gonna have to be years before he's Hashira level.
All the techniques we
yeah.
saw were amazing. Literally,
Yeah.
all the techniques. Tiger technique, death technique, whatever. all
Yeah,
phenomenal.
they went pretty ham with that
Yeah.
animation. I was kind of thinking about it because like the Mugen train, like, you know, it was like a vague blob. So like from a production standpoint, that's like a pretty easy thing to do 3D wise. So
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
I was noticing that, like the CG of like this might have been easier to animate.
Yeah,
for them for
but
that.
they were really saving it for the
fight
end,
scene.
right
for the
there.
end fight. They were like,
Yeah.
no, just you wait.
Oh, the one simple image of
The electricity go back
the
and forth,
colors of
yeah.
them fighting in the
Yeah,
distance,
it's-
like that was
That was
woo,
sick.
whoever did that.
I
good
like the
job.
face to face when they got face to face to each other and everything.
That's pretty
There was this one.
sick.
It was like Inosuke and Tanjiro were just going back and forth, bro. That shit was just phenomenal.
There's a
man.
lot of good ones, man.
Tore the
Yeah.
fuck up that one. I don't know how long that
Well,
took.
I don't know what to expect, man, except Tanjiro training fucking hard.
what was what was y'all's favorite moment? Let us know.
Let us
in
know in the
comments.
comments, man.
Please.
For favor.
And if you want to watch the uncut of this, it's on our Patreon.
It is.
Shout out to all of you. We'll see you We'll see you for season 2 of
Season two,
Demon
baby!
Slayer.
Bye.